What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with another off-season rebuild, and today we have the Arizona Cardinals, who currently are going to be picking at number 3 overall, and they just recently fired Cliff Kingsbury. JJ Watt's going to retire, and there's a report they're going to trade DeAndre Hopkins, so this should be a pretty busy offseason for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's go. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one. Of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're actually almost like really close to 6,000 subs, so not subscribed to the subscribe button. Basically what this series is, where I do a whole in-depth offseason kind of prediction while I do kind of a rebuild, I guess, if that makes sense. So basically, I'm trying to predict the future in this series. We've already done the Texans, we've done the Bears. Those were a lot of fun, and today we have the Cardinals, which I think is going to be, like I said, one of the more interesting offseasons to kind of pay attention to, as this team is probably going to go through a little bit of a teardown with guys, you know, JJ Watt retiring, and then obviously D-Hop. Sounds like they're going to trade him away. So if you take a look at the team currently as constructed right now, you have Kyler Murray, who of course got hurt, so we don't even know what his availability will be next season, so that'll be interesting to kind of look at. You have Zach Ertz, Marquise Brown, Robbie Anderson, Rondale Moore, James Conner, Eno Benjamin, who actually isn't even on the team anymore. Like, Madden needs to update their game. I just got to say that real quick. So we can go ahead and release him. He's literally not even on the team anymore. He got cut like, I don't know, like a long time ago. So I'm just going to release him real quick because he's not even on the team anymore. So let's keep going, because obviously, as you guys know, if you play franchise mode, you can only start in week 10. They have only updated it like 3 times this year, which makes no sense. JJ Watt, of course, like I said, did retire. So we are going to fix that. And I believe the Cardinals also have waived Trayvon Mullen as well. I got to double check that. I'm pretty sure they have. So basically, where we always start is a re-signing stage. Then I got to find a way to get rid of JJ Watt because he's going to retire. So re-signing stage, let's see what we got going on. So Rodney Hudson, JJ Watt's actually a free agent, so I guess I could just not re-sign him. Byron Murphy, Trayvon Mullen, like I said, is a free agent as well, so I guess I don't really have to worry about him either. Zach Allen is someone you might have to bring back because we at least need someone there. So kind of like that. So Rodney Hudson, didn't he get extended as well? Like, there's some things I need to double check before we go any further. So let me look at a couple things real quick, and then we'll keep going. Real quick. I got to go ahead and plug my podcast with a couple of my friends where we talk football. I actually have an episode literally dropping an hour after this video drops. So the link to that's in the description. If you want to go check it out, we're actually almost to 300 subs over there. It's small. It's definitely not anything crazy just yet, but it's something I really believe in this year, and I'm really trying to get it growing and get it going. So if you want to go ahead and go check it out, link to that's in the description. Would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I have an episode dropping in an hour, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you go subscribe. You know, give us some love. Tell me what you think. Thank you guys for that. All right, so I went ahead and did my research real quick. Rodney Hudson actually reduced his salary, so for some reason he's not under contract here in Madden, but in 2023, sounds like Rodney Hudson will be a Cardinal. So I don't know what it'll take to get him back, but I'm going to try to bring him back on a 1-year deal, and he's going to test free agency, of course, so that is a great way to start. Franchise tagging, $14 million. I don't think I'm going to do that. Byron Murphy, I think, played great when he was healthy for the Cardinals, so yeah, I think it makes sense to bring him back, of course, so I'm going to try to bring Byron Murphy back here in the re-signing stage. We got that taken care of, so Murphy is going to be back. Trayvon Mullen, I'm not bringing back. He's actually on the Cowboys now, if I'm not mistaken. Zach Allen, I'm going to try to bring back just on a, you know, nice deal to have Zach Allen stay with the team. So we'll have Zach Allen come back. And you got AJ Green, which I'm not too worried about. Justin Pugh, Will Hernandez. A lot of these other guys, I don't think I'm all that concerned about. I'm, you know, ready to let them go. So the only one I'm still going to try to get back is Rodney Hudson. JJ Watt retiring, like I said. Mullen is gone. So if we can get Rodney Hudson back in free agency, that will be the game plan. If not, no big deal. The next thing we need to do is probably just go ahead and trade DeAndre Hopkins, because it sounds like that's going to be something the Cardinals are going to do. Let's go ahead and do that as well. I initially wanted to trade DeAndre Hopkins to the Baltimore Ravens because I think that's just the best spot for him this offseason. But instead, I am trading him over to the Patriots for a first-round pick, a 4th, and a 6th in this upcoming draft. So the Patriots swing big on another wide receiver. They definitely need like another body over there anyway, although Jacoby Myers has been pretty good. Devontae Parker is solid. But if they get like a DeAndre Hopkins over there in New England, I think that'd be great. Like I said, I initially wanted to trade him to Baltimore, but really couldn't get that done. So now that that is settled, we can take a look at our team after free agents, or after the resigning stage and after Hopkins is gone. So this is what it's currently looking like. Obviously, the big thing they are going to have to focus on this offseason is getting a quarterback to keep them above water until you obviously go ahead and get Kyler Murray back healthy, because it doesn't sound like he's going to be ready and available when the season starts. So you got Marquise Brown, Robbie Anderson, Rondale Moore. I hope they use Robbie Anderson a little bit more, because they really didn't use him all that much when they traded for him. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Budda Baker, Isaiah Simmons, Jalen Thompson. Isaiah Simmons plays a number of spots on the field. Like, he's very versatile. But for me, I kind of want to put him at middle linebacker just because we obviously have Budda Baker there and Jalen Thompson. So I'm going to move Isaiah Simmons to middle linebacker. So we'll have our middle linebacker spot settled. And then obviously we have Zach on the D line. We also could change this to a 4-3 or whatever, but I think I'm going to leave it as a 3-4 the way it is. And maybe when the new coach gets hired, whoever it may be, that gets fixed. We'll see. But now I'm going to go spend some money in free agency after I move Simmons to middle linebacker because that's where I kind of want him. Although, like I said, he plays a number of positions on the field. So I've made my 5 offers in free agency. Obviously, you don't know if you're going to get all 5, but this is the guys I got. Rodney Hudson, of course, trying to bring back because he's actually on the team. I'm trying to get Orlando Brown as well as a left tackle. I'm trying to get Nate Davis. Doesn't look like I'm going to get him. I'm Witherspoon, and I'm in on Gardner Minshew as well. Like I said, the team needs a quarterback to keep them above water. Gardner Minshew, solid backup quarterback. So I think he could be a fine starter until Kyler Murray is healthy, obviously. So something along the lines of that, I think, are the offers I'm going to make. So only thing, actually, I guess I'm number 1 on Orlando Brown's list right now. Might change. We'll see. Let's see what we get going on. So after we submit our first ones, Orlando Brown, we're still there. But we got Hudson, Witherspoon, and Minshew. So it looks like we missed out on Nate Davis, which I kind of figured. But Hudson's back. You got Witherspoon coming in and Gardner Minshew as a quarterback to keep us above water. Obviously, the only thing we're really waiting on is if we can get Orlando Brown, I think that would be absolutely amazing. Get yourself a left tackle that can protect Kyler Murray. That would be great. So I'm going to submit that offer, see if we get Orlando Brown, and we got Orlando Brown. So the offensive line being retooled a little bit, reinvented. I like that a lot. Now, if there anything else I want to do here in free agency, or I just want to go to the draft now that we have 2 first-round picks, one being the 3rd overall pick, which is going to be really nice. We could sign like a veteran linebacker as well if we wanted to. But honestly, I think I'm ready to just head to the draft. I think we made our signings. You got Deion Jones we could sign. We don't need middle linebackers at all. As far as pass rushers, I thought about giving Cleveland Farrell a contract. I mean, he's 26 years old. Maybe could become something here in Arizona. So I'll give him a deal. Why not? Like I said, this team might be going through a little bit of a retool stage. So we can go a little bit young there at linebacker, see if he can become something for us. But other than that, I think that might be it. Could sign another corner as well. So probably do that. Let me sign Sean Murphy Bunting could be a nice addition. 26 years old. Levi Wallace Mosley, got Cameron Sutton. So yeah, we could get another body at corner as well. So give me Sean Murphy Bunting. The former Buck should be available. So if we can get him added with Byron Murphy, I think that'd be pretty good. So we get Murphy Bunting and Cleveland Farrell. That's pretty solid. We'll take that if we can get all both of them. And we get Murphy Bunting, Cleveland Farrell. So that is our free agency class. Nothing special, nothing crazy. And now we can head to draft night where we actually have to make an impact, obviously, because we have the 3rd overall pick, or at least we should. Madden might have it all messed up because obviously, like I said, you simulate. I did my best to make everyone's record as much as I could. We'll see where it's at. Draft order is correct for us. We do have the 3rd overall pick, so I don't even have to change anything, which is really nice. We have 18 from that Hopkins trade. We have a 2nd and 3rd, and then we have 2 fourths. So feeling pretty good about heading into draft night. 2 first-round picks. If I'm the Cardinals, I'm looking to either draft Will Anderson or Jalen Carter if they fall to me at 3. I don't know how it's going to line up. Obviously, a team could trade up to 1. The Bears could just draft one of those 2 guys. I assume at number 2, you got the Texans drafting a quarterback. But this is what the team is looking like going into the draft before we get into the draft. So if you take a real quick look, you got like Humphreys, Ertz, Rondale Moore, Gardner Minshew is going to be the quarterback. Like I said, till Kyler Murray's back. Connor, Marquise Brown, Robbie Anderson, Orlando Brown, Hayes. Definitely could maybe draft a guard. That probably wouldn't hurt us. Maybe get 1 guard in this draft. The defense side of the ball, we have a couple pass rushers. Nothing to be crazy about. But like I said, D tackle would be a really good position, and Will Anderson. So if we can get one of those 2 guys at 3, I think that's a great start. So that is kind of what I'm looking for heading into this draft. So let's get into it, shall we? So let's see what we get heading into this draft. So number 1, the Bears. I don't know who they're going to take. I'm not going to sit here and wait for it, though. Actually, let's see. Who do they take? They take Will Anderson. So Will Anderson's off the board. Please don't take Jalen Carter. I'd be a happy man. So Will Anderson already off the board. And the Texans take their quarterback. So Bears do not trade down. Instead, they go ahead and draft Will Anderson. And Bryce Young goes off the board. So you know what that means for me. I'm obviously drafting Jalen Carter here. We're not drafting a quarterback, obviously. Give me Jalen Carter. Add to this Cardinals defense. I think that is a great get if you're the Cardinals. So need a new and improved guy on the D-line anyway. So Jalen Carter next to Zach Allen. I love that for us. So Colts are on the board as well. I could really see the Colts trading up to number 1, not gonna lie to you. So that might be a preview of what I do in tomorrow's Colts offseason rebuild. We'll see. At number 18 though, I got a couple of options. So we could go offensive line again, but I don't think I want to do that. Obviously could draft a running back, which could be fun, but I'm not doing that either. I could draft a wide receiver if we don't believe in Robbie Anderson, which I think is definitely possible. But if we take a real quick look, we got Isaiah Foskey, we got John Michael Schmitz as a center, power rusher, we got a guard. Honestly, I think we should address the offensive line a little bit more. I am going to go Osiris Torrance here in the first round, give myself another offensive lineman I could feel really good about. So in development, guard and D tackle, I feel really good about that. So we have that going for us. Round 2, pick 3, and we have round 3, pick 3 as well. So let's see what we got on the board here. So round 2, you got a strong safety, you got a left tackle still here. I don't think I'm going offensive line again. B.J. Ojolari, putting him at one of the outside linebacker spots. I really love the idea of that. Got a strong safety. Corners obviously could be nice as well. Derek Hall also, throwing him on the D line could be really nice. Another D tackle. So actually, let's keep building up this defensive line. Why not? Well, I kind of like the idea of Ojolari, but I am going to go Derek Hall here out of Auburn. Get myself another guy on the D line. So now our 3-4 D line should be done. And if I can get like a really good outside linebacker, I think that's what I want to look for as well. So Derek Hall, love that. And then round 3, pick 3, let's get a really good pass rusher. That'd be awesome. And then maybe a decent corner in round 4. I feel pretty good about this draft. So let's see. Got Foster, got Wooden, which we could take him. We could obviously move one of the edges we just drafted to linebacker if we need to. Mike Morris, you got Kentrell or Kenty Clark out of Louisville. No one, somebody I don't think I've ever drafted. Smith, Roy, Owen. Don't need a middle linebacker. We are covered there. Noah Daniels. Probably going to take one of these edges and move him to linebacker. Kind of have them play linebacker in our, obviously, 3-4. So Colby Wooden. Kind of like the idea of how he's looking at another Auburn pass rusher. So I'm going to go ahead and take Colby Wooden here. Move him to linebacker 1. Move one of the guys to linebacker. So going to keep improving this defense. That's what we kind of need to do. Reinvent this defense. And then around 4-3, I'm going... and then corner. I think I'm going to go cornerback. Although it would have been nice to maybe draft a wide receiver. I do believe in Marquise Brown and Rondale Moore. Maybe you could draft a wide receiver here as well if you wanted to. But I have like Noah Daniels. So a lot of good options. Cornelius Johnson, Raheem Jarrett. Do I go corner or do I go wide receiver here? That's a good question. I am going to go with corner. I think we need that way more than we need wide receiver. So going to go Noah Daniels here. Add another corner. Add another body at the secondary. And then we have another round 4 pick. So I think I'm going to go wide receiver at 4-10. So let's even get our Robbie Anderson replacement if we don't believe in him too much. Raheem Jarrett, going to go ahead and take him here out of Maryland. And that will be my draft, ladies and gentlemen. So that is how the Arizona Cardinals offseason will go in my mind. Just a prediction. They're going to probably draft it, or not draft, sign a bridge quarterback, obviously, till Murray is back. They're going to trade DeAndre Hopkins. That's the biggest thing. And then they're going to do whatever they can to reinvent this offensive line. So it should be a fun offseason for the Cardinals. Should be a busy one, I will say. And then obviously they're going to be looking for a head coach. We'll see who they get. So after that offseason, this is kind of what we're looking at. Orlando Brown, Hayes, got Hudson, if I can speak, Torrance, DJ Humphries, Zach Ertz, Marquise Brown, James Conner still running back, Kyler Murray with Gardner Minshew obviously being the starter, at least for I don't know how many games, obviously. It's kind of, I can't really say who is going to be or when Kyler Murray will return. Rondale Moore, Raheem Jarrett as hopefully a guy that can step up, Robbie Anderson. And on the other side of the football, you got Jalen Carter, Derek Hall. I also wanted to move Colby Wooden, I think the linebacker, or maybe even move Derek Hall there. It doesn't matter too much. Maybe I'll just roll with Cleveland Farrell and guard deck. You got Witherspoon. You got Sean Murphy-Bunting. The corner that I did draft is not even in the depth chart right now, so that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Thompson, Buda Baker, Isaiah Simmons, who's going to be really nice all over the field. And that is going to be your offseason, and this is what your team is going to look like going into the season. I think I'm going to start Gardner Minshew for like the first 4 games and then put Kyler Murray in. So we'll see if this team makes the playoffs via the Madden simulation. But that is my submission of what I think the Cardinals offseason could look like and what their team may look like next year. Just a prediction. Obviously, I'm not going to get it all right, but we'll see what happens. So at the end of the season, surprisingly enough, this team actually made the playoffs at 10-7. Something I promise you I did not expect. That is definitely bizarre. I thought for sure, because we were like 1-2 when Gardner Minshew, then I put Kyler Murray in, and the 49ers were like 3-0, so I thought they were going to run away with the division, but I guess they went down to 7-10. We went 10-7, and we're in the playoffs. I'll take it. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. Offense was 20th in the NFL, and on defense side of the football, let's take a real quick look. 14th NFL, so not too bad. Kyler Murray came in 25-5. Like I said, Gardner Minshew, he started a couple games, only 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, not very promising. We're 1-2, and then I put Kyler Murray in. So I was like, you know what? Let's just put him in week 4 and go with it. James Conner, 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. Kyler Murray had 400 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Marquise Brown. Oh, that's rushing yards. What am I talking about? I was like, why does Marquise Brown? I was like, why does Marquise Brown? It's kind of bizarre. He even had 243 rushing yards, to be honest with you. But I was kind of wondering, why does Marquise Brown have, he ran the ball 64 times. That is crazy. Receiving wise, though, Robbie Anderson, Marquise Brown. Okay, so Marquise Brown was used quite a bit. Robbie Anderson, just when I said this man was not going to be used, he had 14 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. You love to see that. Rondell Moore, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. Zach Ertz, 464 yards. On the defense side of the football, hopefully Jalen Carter had a good season. Yes, there we go. That's what we needed. Jalen Carter, superstar, 12 sacks. I assume he's superstar dev. He is. So, yeah, that was a absolute game-changing defensive tackle. We drafted, obviously. We knew that. Sacks-wise, you had 5 from Zach Allen, 4 from Gardeck, 3 from Colby Wooden, 3 from Derek Hall, 2.5 from Zaven Collins, and then 2 sacks from Isaiah Simmons and 1 from Cleveland Farrell. On the interceptions, you got 5 from Budda Baker, 2 from Simmons, 1 from Thompson, 1 from Murphy, Bunting, and 1 from Byron Murphy. So, not to get those guys confused. But, hey, we have a playoff game to attend to. So, let's jump in. We're going to be playing the New York Giants. Who knows what happens? Anything is possible. We can rock the all-black unis as well. Let's do that. Let's go all-black here. Current color rush. There you go. I love it. Let's jump in. Let's see if we can come out here and beat the New York Giants and move on to divisional round. I highly doubt it, but, hey, I'm just happy to be here. Can't even imagine who's starting at quarterback for the Giants, by the way. They're going to go up 3-0, and then they're up 10-0. Okay. But we get a field goal. We get a nice turnover from Budda Baker, and we get another field goal. 17-6. All right. 17-6. Can we come out here and score again? They might beat us here, but hey, I guess we made it to the dance. Well, 20-13. We're making it interesting. Got an interception with good field position. You tied up, Kyler. Another field goal. We just can't capitalize on the turnover that feels like. 27-16, a minute 41 left. Technically, I could make this comeback and, you know, maybe get a touchdown real quick and then onside kick it, but it's highly doubtful. But I can just come out here and maybe, you know, have some fun for a second. So, I'm surprised I did not get tackled there, by the way, but that's all good. All right, let's see if I can get a touchdown maybe to end off this video. I don't think I've jumped into a game yet in this offseason series. I mean, I've only done 3 of them, right? But I don't think I've jumped in yet. So I'm going to go. That was a really, wow, 100 yards passing for Kyler Murray today. Yeah, not great. Not going to lie to you. So we're going to just try to have a good drive here. That's all we can really do. Going to go to Zach Ertz here. 52 seconds left. We have no timeouts. I need to start, you know, throwing it downfield a little bit more. I just keep going these drag routes. Going to look for Zach Ertz here or even Marquise Brown. Let's go Zach Ertz. And nice play. Nice play by a defender. 3rd and 4. Could have maybe thrown it to Marquise Brown. I looked away from it. So if he got open, my bad. It looked like he might have gotten open, but I just looked away from it. So I can scramble for a first down or I can just try. And that is just sailed. That was such a terrible thrown ball by Kyler Murray. That was not going to be. Yeah, he just threw it right to the safety. So, but hey, man, that is my offseason rebuild video of the Cardinals. Tomorrow, of course, we're going to do the Colts. That man was fired. He's not even on the team anymore, as we know. But yeah, only 112 yards passing for Kyler Murray is a little rough. Geno Smith was the starting quarterback for the Giants. The disrespect to Daniel Jones is crazy. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.